Hello, folks. Welcome to episode 5 of The Smartest Mark. I'm your host, Brent Dunstall, and we got a bit of a smaller show today. We're just reviewing Impact today, and we're going to get to we got some big news to talk about, so we'll get right into our news segment. A story we've been covering over a couple days now has been the Alberto Del Rio injury at Money in the Bank. He did not wrestle Monday, which we had already talked about. But as of the SmackDown tapings, which SmackDown tapes on a Tuesday, he did wrestle in the singles match on SmackDown. So Alberto Del Rio is in the clear. No more injury worries for Alberto Del Rio, which is good. Love Del Rio. Other big news, the Cruiserweight Classic has started filming already. It's underway. There's lots of stuff on WWE.com right now. Lots of segments are putting up there. Stuff on Facebook. Little videos of the weigh-ins, really making it look really official, getting the weigh-ins, and from what I understand, not even making it look official. It is official. Like, you got to hit the 205. Like, that's it. And coming out of there, we found out who our announcers are going to be for the Cruiserweight Classic. Our announcers are going to be Daniel Bryan and the A-team of announcing, the one-man A-team of announcing, Mauro Ranallo. So that's going to be I think a really excellent pairing. Daniel Bryan and Ranallo should be doing great on that show. I love anything Mauro's calling, so I'm so excited for this tournament. We do have a date for the beginning of the tournament, July 13th at 9 p.m. This is going to start airing on the network, so I just cannot wait for July 13th to start. This is going to be a great tournament. This is going to be excellent. A little bit of a downer for me. We found out who Jerry Lawler's replacement is going to be, and despite my begging, probably because WWE doesn't care what I say, Corey Graves is not going to be the new SmackDown announcer. That hole is going to be filled by David Otunga. So he's coming off the Raw pre-show, and he's going to go on there. I've seen him on the Raw pre-show. And apparently he has moved up to Superstars as well, doing announcing. I haven't watched him on Superstars. I watch a lot of wrestling, but Superstars is not one of the shows I watch. I have watched him on the Raw pre-show, though. And, he does have a good kind of schmarmy heel feel, which with Jerry the King Lawler leaving, we need a heel color in there. So hopefully Otunga can step up and do that. I would have loved Corey Graves, but I don't have anything wrong to say about the Otunga choice. He's, as long as he can step up and fill that void, then go for it. We have heard we knew that the pay-per-views were going to change because with the brand extension, WWE's wanted to add new pay-per-views specific to certain brands. So we did get a listing, and there's 4 new pay-per-views on the next kind of pay-per-view listing. And we're bringing back some old names, so we're bringing back... And Lorelai is awake. Hi, Lorelai. Everybody say hi to Lorelai. And by everybody, I just mean Mom. Say hi to Lorelai, Mom. I know you're the only one watching. So, anyways. Where were we? We were talking about Backlash and No Mercy coming back. And also Roadblock, which they added. Roadblock was in Toronto this year as a network-only special. After Fastlane, we had Roadblock. That's now been added as a regular pay-per-view event. And an old WCW, not a pay-per-view for WCW, but the old Clash of the Champions that used to air on TBS on Sunday nights. That's coming back as a pay-per-view now. Now, I'm super excited about this, and I'm getting way ahead of myself and jump into conclusions. But a while back, we heard that WWE had trademarked the name War Games, which made me very excited because I love the old school War Games, 2 rings put together with a steel cage over it. I know why WWE hasn't done this. It's super gimmick. You got to have the 2 rings for the whole card. But they went and trademarked War Games, and now Clash of the Champions is set to air in the fall. And I don't know if you remember, but War Games was associated a lot with Fall Brawl, and it's that kind of fall classic. So could we see War Games return at Clash of the Champions? I hope so. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. That would be epic. So we'll see what I love the Clash of the Champions name coming back anyways. If War Games was part of it, amazing. We talking about TNA today. We got some TNA signing some more names to longer contracts. We got Trevor Lee, their former X Division champion, and Rockstar Spud, I believe a former 2-time X Division champion, both re-signing with the company. So despite their financial troubles, they're still signing talent to contracts. So that's good. And then, do we have any other news to talk about? Does anything else happen in wrestling yesterday? Oh yeah, Roman Reigns was suspended for 30 days for wellness policy violations. Why, Roman? Why? No, who knows why? But seriously, this is just huge. This just blows everything out of the water. Apparently, I was hearing today that potentially WWE knew about this, and the timing of it kind of suggests that maybe this is true, going into the pay-per-view and got through the pay-per-view. This suspension is ending actually right before Battleground, like 2 days before Battleground. So we have a triple threat that I was just saying last night. Nice looking main event for Battleground. Seriously in jeopardy now. But Roman Reigns is supposed to be coming back 2 days before Battleground. I don't know what they're going to do. If they're going to take him out, or if they're going to switch it up, if they're just going to leave it, how they're going to build it, if they're going to like play this off storyline on TV, or if they're just going to be like, Roman Reigns is suspended. I don't know. For a face to be suspended for a wellness policy violation, I don't see how they're going to play that off. I don't know what they're going to do with this. But this is the story of the year. This is the biggest thing that's happening in wrestling in a long time. This is the guy with the belt, the man, the dude who is going to take the company to the future. This is the guy who's supposed to lead Raw as the main face, and he just got suspended for 30 days for wellness policy violation. I can't think of anything that even comes close to this. I feel so bad for Roman. We don't know what it was. We don't know. Like, there's a lot of wellness policy violations. If this dude took a hit of a joint, boom, he's suspended. Like, he should know better. But I'm just saying, this dude's under a lot of pressure, and I don't know what happened. He also could have just taken just anything in part of his training regimen that could have set it off. We don't know what it is. The bottom line is Roman Reigns is a young man with a lot of pressure, a lot of weight he's carrying on his shoulders. He's got a huge family name behind him, a lot of people counting on him within WWE, and the fans are just probably, I imagine, making his life miserable. I don't know how this dude goes out every day and still wrestles with people chanting like, "You can't wrestle at him." I don't know how he does that. If I had to go to work and people would chant that at me every day, I couldn't do my job. I couldn't keep showing up. So who knows what it is. He did put out a statement apologizing for letting down his friends and his family. So I don't think it was just a slip up or an act like, I thought this was a part of this training thing was fine. I don't know if it was that. I don't know if he would have worded it the way he did. But man, I feel for Roman. My heart goes out to him. He's clearly made just an ordinary mistake. Like, this could be an ordinary mistake that me or you or anybody would make, but because of his position, because of who he is, he doesn't get that luxury. He doesn't get to make mistakes. And this has been like world-shattering for him, I imagine. Now, he can pick it all back up, but he's gonna have to work hard and prove to WWE that this is gonna happen again. They can't have the belt on a guy that's gonna get suspended. So, insane news yesterday. My baby just puked all down my wife's back. I think she should probably pause this show. Go ahead and pause it. All right, folks. So that wasn't exactly technical difficulties, but it was definitely difficulties. So we're back. I think we were finished the news segment. Pretty sure we just finished talking about Roman Reigns and the situation that is. And we're going to get set to go on to Total Non-Stop Action, TNA Impact. This is our first Impact review, and I will say, heading into this, I have been really, really spotty with my Impact watching up until now. Now I'm going to have to be on top of it, but I haven't been watching all the time, which I should be, because you know what? There's a lot of Smash Wrestling alumni in TNA right now. Some awesome people. We're going to see a couple tonight. We're going to see Rosemary tonight, Smash alumni, and we're going to see Braxton Sutter tonight, another Smash alumni. So let's get started with Impact. Our commentators for Impact, as they are each week, Josh Matthews and The Pope. We open the show with a Hardy's package, with the feud that's been going on with them, and we find out our main event tonight is going to be a 6 Sides of Steel match. And then we begin Impact. We begin with Drew Galloway coming down. He's the first guy to come down, hits the ring, and he calls out EC3 for his interference in Drew Galloway's championship match. Galloway obviously feels that he's been cost the title. So EC3 comes out and he apologizes to Galloway and says, "I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to do that." And Galloway's like, "I don't really care about your apology, I just want to fight." And so EC3 literally just takes back his apology, says, "Okay, I'm not sorry then." At some point during this, Drew Galloway says that EC3 is the most talented guy in the business with words or something like that. Come on, Drew Galloway. No, come on. Nothing wrong with EC3, but come on. Lashley then comes out, so he interrupts. Lashley's music hits, interrupts these guys fighting. The champ comes out, and Lashley has an offer for them. And his offer is a tag match for titles. They're a team. They got to work together. They beat him and a partner, and they get title shots. But if they lose, back of the line, no title shots for either of these guys. So this is what Lashley thinks should happen. And so that's what we get. We get this tag team match. Then we get Eli Drake's music kind of hitting. He comes out. He just kind of comes out of nowhere and says, "Hey, this sounds good to me." Oh, because one of the clauses is if Lashley's team wins, his partner gets the title shot. So I don't actually really know how much better this works out for Lashley. He's going to be defending the title against someone. And I don't know what this says about Eli Drake. Eli Drake cashes in this opportunity, and yes, he might be a champion, but he's pairing with Lashley, who clearly he's not even concerned about Eli Drake. I don't know. But anyways, so this is this weird match we get where 3 people could get title shots depending on how it all works out. Not too convoluted. So we get and then that's our next match. So we get Lashley and Eli Drake versus Drew Galloway and EC3. For the end of the match, we get we're building more heat between Galloway and EC3, and we get this this push into a spear. And I don't it was like oh, push, get out of my way, and then 30 seconds later, a spear. It was a really awkward moment. It didn't look right at all. Anyways, but they're like, "Oh, he pushed him into the spear." I'm like, "No, he kind of pushed him, and then he walked to the outside of the ring, and then finally he got speared, but he pushed him into a spear." But anyways, it's all just to build heat between Galloway and EC3 anyways. And it all doesn't matter because Galloway and EC3 win the match anyways, and they're both going to get title opportunities. So that's it. From there, we go to a backstage segment with Decay. And Decay with the new Abyss without the mask. He's now in makeup now, so he's matching Rosemary and matching Crazy Steve. I personally love the way Abyss without the mask looks. I feel like the Abyss character was really stale. Even putting him with Decay, it was just kind of like Abyss with Decay. Now it feels like 3 people who are in Decay. So I like whoever decided to take the mask off, put him in the paint. Great idea. Love that. The promo, no idea. It was bonkers. I don't have a clue what they're talking about. Decay. Definitely Decay. Something's decaying. Some guy's decaying. I don't know. In all fairness, I usually don't have a clue what Bray Wyatt's talking about either. But Bray's got this je ne sais quoi that makes me not care. I'm just like, oh, Bray Wyatt's awesome. He could say a bunch of crap. I have no idea what he's saying, but he just says it so good that I buy it. Anyways, not quite on this one. A bit bonkers. Not sure what's going on with that. Lashley. From there, we cut to Lashley and Drew backstage, and essentially they say they're gonna kick each other's butt. So, no kidding. Yeah, they're gonna fight each other and they're gonna hurt each other basically. Good. We get Decay coming out to ring to cut an in-ring promo, and they're still bonkers. I still don't have a clue what they're talking about. They call out Bram. He's like the one who's chosen to decay, or he's going to decay. Honestly, bonkers. I don't know. Josh Matthews, at some point, Josh Matthews is trying to explain this for us. He's like being the interpreter. Well, what they're meaning is that, Bram is like the chosen one, and he's trying to explain that whatever the heck this storyline is to us. And the Pope, this is, me and Pope don't agree on much, but Pope is as lost as me and doesn't mind saying it. He's like, even with Josh Matthews trying to explain, Pope jumps in, he's like, no, I still don't have a clue what the heck's going on. And good on you, Pope. I don't have a clue what's going on either in this promo, so me and the Pope agree. What the hell is going on? WTF TNA. I don't know what's going on with this promo. But the answer to my questions is decay. The answer is decay. I don't know what that means, but the answer is decay. Bram decides that for him, the answer was not decay, apparently. And he chooses to, I guess he's trying to join with them. They're trying to bring him in. Crazy Steve misses him in the eyes once he decides, no, I'm not a freak like you. I don't want to be with you guys. And then a beatdown ensues. Yeah, I guess they're going into a feud with Bram. I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense. We'll see where this goes. Yeah. Lashley, EC3 now. So we had Lashley and Galloway earlier. We're gonna beat each other up. Yeah, we're definitely gonna beat each other up. Good. Now we get Lashley and EC3 backstage segment. And Lashley tells EC3 one of the guys is going to get a title shot next week, and the other guy is going to get his title shot, but who knows when. Could be any time, and he'll decide by the end of the night. He promised some title shots, he didn't say when. So this is the game Lashley's playing. From there, we cut back to the ring for a match. Marty Bell versus Jade, both former members of Dollhouse, now fighting each other. And we get Marty Bell comes out with one of those like flick stick kind of things. I'm going to just call it the Tanya Harding stick. Whoosh! And she's carrying this thing around. And it's coming down to ringside, and, it's going to be in play for sure. One really interesting move there. We get I actually don't even remember who did this now. We get we were up in the electric chair drop, and we get the person over and face buster onto the apron. Looked really, really good. It was a solid move. I was obviously late at night when I was watching this last night. I don't even remember who did the move, but it stuck with me enough that it's on my run sheet. So, and then Jade goes for a suicide dive at some point, and she gets the Tanya Harding stick in the face, and then the winner is Marty Bell. So there you have it, winner by Tanya Harding. We cut then to Maria and the Miracle backstage, coming into the building, talking. They're upset about Dixie Carter assaulting Maria last week, slapping her. From there, we go right to another backstage segment, Dixie and Lashley talking. And Dixie tells Lashley, you're not calling the shots, I'm calling the shots. And we're going to get a triple threat match. So we're going to get Drew Galloway, EC3, and Lashley for a triple threat. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same booking for Raw as it was for Impact this week. But anyways, we then get Miracle Maria and the Miracle Mike Bennett doing an in-ring promo. addressing the whole situation around the assault. Maria calls out Dixie. Dixie Carter comes down to ring. Billy Corgan comes with them, which I don't know why. He just comes wandering out. The two of them come down. Maria demands an apology. And then Dixie does this like classic like non-apology, like, oh, I'm sorry you upset me to the point where I slapped you in your own face. Like, I'm so sorry you're stupid I had to slap you. It's a total like non-apology from Dixie Carter. And then Maria, after the non-apology, demands like Dixie Carter steps down. The Miracle Mike Bennett threatens to sue the company. They're going to put the company under, which, according to rumors, it's really not going to take that much. And then Billy's saying nothing, and then all of a sudden he suggests a leave of absence to Dixie, like just out of nowhere. Like, oh yeah, maybe Dixie, you should have a leave of absence. Okay. And then Dixie whispers to Billy Corgan, this changes everything. You know this changes everything. Dixie, we don't know this changes everything. We don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking about, woman? Throw me a frickin' bone. What's changing? And how does this change anything? I have no idea. These, the TNA promos right now, the segments are just, I don't know what's going on. None of this makes any sense. And the worst part is it's about to make less sense. The Miracle then asks for a title shot, but not a world title shot. He wants an X title shot at Destination X. Because if you get the X title, there's a thing called Option C where you can cash in your X Division title for a chance at the world title. So he wants a world title shot, but he's not going to ask for a world title shot. He's going to ask for an X Division title shot at Destination X so he can cash it in for a world title. Billy Corgan says, like, screw that. You know, that's not going to happen. I'm going to give you an X Division shot right now. What, Billy Corgan? What do you mean you're giving him a shot right now? I didn't even understand this promo. Like, Billy's like, no. Here's exactly what you want, only sooner. I don't even, like, I don't even understand what happened in the segment. Nothing Billy Corgan said during the whole segment made any lick of sense to me. I have no idea. But anyways, we end up with Mike Bennett getting a title shot at Eddie Edwards, and the match is right now. So we get our X Division Championship, Eddie Edwards versus Miracle. The announce team is selling this fish out of water storyline for Mike Bennett. Like, oh, this is the X Division. What a weird, crazy place for Mike Bennett to be fighting in. You know, this isn't what he's used to. He's a fish out of water. How's he gonna, do this? Different people here. What are you talking about? Eddie Edwards is a tag team wrestler. He's X Division champion. This doesn't even make sense. That Mike Bennett's not that much bigger than Eddie Edwards. I don't even understand. I don't understand. Why it would be ever more difficult for Mike Bennett to face Eddie Edwards? I don't know why they're trying to sell this. It didn't make any sense to me. Anyways, the match ends with Eddie Edwards doing a sunset flip and failing. We get, what's his name, grabbing the ropes. Miracle Mike Bennett grabbing the ropes, sitting down on him, and he gets the pin. With like a bit of a schmoz pin there with the grabbing the ropes and everything. And our new TNA X Division champion, after only 1 week of Eddie Edwards being champion, our new TNA X Division champion is the Miracle Mike Bennett. Which he only wants it to cash in for Option C. I don't know. We'll see where the storyline goes. I'm not totally down on it yet, but the way it all worked out right now was not good for me. So, that's that. We get a backstage segment with the bromance, and we get Robbie checking out Jesse's iPad and looking through some stuff on it. And then, I'm telling you, telling you, I don't know how I'm going to survive through these TNA segments. Like, he opens something on the app, I don't even know, but on the iPad appears what looks like a security camera footage, so we get a security camera feed on the iPad, I don't know why, to outside, just like outside the arena, and we see Jesse Godrich out there talking to another female wrestler, and I'm sorry, I haven't been keeping up with my TNA, so I didn't even bother looking it up. I don't even know who it was. I so didn't care about this segment. Why is this feed on this iPad? What is even happening in this segment? I don't even know. Godrich comes back in. Robbie mumbles something about secrets or something and walks out. Obviously, we're building contention between the bromance, but what, like, just WTF TNA? What was even happening in this promo? I don't even know. From there, we go back to the ring. Braxton Sutter versus Balaam, who's a new addition to TNA, which dude looks crazy with some crazy mask and all sorts of stuff coming off. I would love to tell you more about him, but I can't because I don't get to see this match because Rockstar Spud comes out, basically tells Balaam, like, you're not worth anything, hit the bricks, and for reasons I don't understand, Balaam says, okay, and leaves. Like, if this is my first day in a new company, and dude comes out and cuts this promo on me, I'm dropping that guy. So, I'm not impressed with Balaam's character already. Like, dude just took a hike. You're like, oh, all right. Yeah, I don't deserve to be here. I don't even know why I'm taking your spotlight, sir. Sorry, I'm getting out of here. So, that just buries Balaam. Like, he didn't even put up a fight. Walks out. So now we get him, Rockstar Spud, cutting a promo on Braxton, gives him a shove, and then all of a sudden we get a Braxton match with Braxton versus Rockstar Spud. Braxton hits the flatliner for the win on this one. He gets the win over Rockstar Spud. Spud at the end was like, what the hell does my run sheet say? At the end, after the match, Rockstar Spud, raises up what's his name's hand or whatever, like he's not a bad guy, and then he gives him a low blow, and then he takes off his belt and he whips him, and so we got this. So, yeah, there it is. And that's the end of that. After that, we get our 6 Sides of Steel match. Jeff Hardy versus what we're now calling Broken Matt Hardy, it seems like, is his new name for our new crazy Edgar Allan Poe, Nightmare Before Christmas kind of version of Matt Hardy. We get just the normal 6 Sides of Steel, but when Jeff Hardy comes out, he throws tables and chairs. He's loading the whole thing up with weapons, so it's not much of a 6 Sides of Steel. We just had Full Metal Mayhem. And that didn't settle the feud, so now we got 6 Sides of Steel to settle the feud. For me, that seems like almost a downgrade, but I guess it's in the 6 Sides of Steel. It's an upgrade. I don't know. This one's definitely going to settle it, though. A lot of chair shots, a lot of stuff. Normal steel cage or 6 Sides of Steel kind of match. Tons of just my twist of fates, my blank. Tons of twist of fates in this. In the end, the final move of this was just like, this has to be a botch. I have no idea what happened. Jeff Hardy goes up. Well, so first of all, let me paint this picture for you, because it's a pretty insane picture. You got a table down there. Jeff puts Broken Matt Hardy on the table. Then he puts 2 chairs on top of Broken Matt Hardy. So like, table's the bread, Matt Hardy is the burger, the tables are the cheese, and then for the second bun we get another table. So that's what we get. We get table sandwich with Matt Hardy and chairs, Unfortunately, no side of fries with that. What we do get is Jeff Hardy going up to the top of the 6 Sides of Steel. So maybe that's our side of fries there. What happens next is I don't even know. To me, it looked like when Jeff went to push off, he slipped or something. And I don't know if it was a move or what it was. It just looked like he kind of fell off the cage. And then the worst part of it all is he still broke through all the tables and he still demolished Matt Hardy. But his body, his upper body, totally missed any of these tables. It just hit him on his lower half. So he went like all here first, right into the canvas. Like his feet got caught on the tables as he's coming down, and just this part of his body, just from the top of Six Sides of Steel, slammed right into the ring. And from what I hear, listen to the Stone Cold podcast with AJ, that is not a forgiving ring. That Six Sides of Steel hurts. And that looked like it hurt. I don't know what was going on with that ending. Definitely didn't look good. Looked devastating, but it looked like everybody got devastated. It was devastating like Mick Foley's Hell in a Cell was devastating. Yeah, but it wasn't supposed to be that devastating. Anyways, what was that? Winner though. Oh, and then after we get this botch or whatever it was, and then Jeff Hardy gets up and he does his dive again, but just from his feet, and goes, oh, boom, and lands on Matt Hardy. It was, I don't know if he just got literally like the bejesus knocked out of him, and that was just his reaction, because he landed so hard. I don't know how Jeff even knew where he was. But this weird like jumping cover thing for the pin, I don't know. It was just all messed up for me. Winner, Jeff Hardy. There we go. So that wraps up Impact for tonight. That was our main event. That's our first review of a TNA Impact show. Let's go over my highlights or my thoughts. Win of the night, Braxton Sutter for sure, was my win of the night, getting the win over Rockstar Spud. New into TNA, Smash alumni. Woo! Getting the win, loved it. Upset of the night, Eddie Edwards losing the X Division title to Mike Bennett. He just got it. He's an excellent worker. We could have done something with it, and he lost it. For me, that's an upset. Shock of the night. Oh my gosh, shock of the night was the Six Sides of Steel finish. Another shock of the night was Roman Reigns getting suspended for 30 days, even though that had nothing to do with this. It was still so shocking. I was still shocked while watching this. But other than Roman Reigns, the Six Sides of Steel finish was just shockingly what the heck happened. Match of the night, I'm going to give it back to Braxton Sutter again versus Rockstar Spud. I think that was a decent match, which on this card is match of the night. And now for my ratings, if you haven't seen before, my overall ratings of anything I review, it's either going to get a skip it, it's going to get a watch it, or it's going to get an, oh my god, you can't miss this! And so for today, for Impact, we're definitely going to give this one a big old skip it. Just don't bother with this one. Just don't bother. From the botched ending to the Six Sides of Steel, to Decay and their bonkers promo, to Billy Corgan, and I don't even know what you're talking about, and the X Division with just skip it. That's it. So, anyways, what you shouldn't skip is episode 6 of the Marcus Mark. Did I even say that right? Episode 6 of the Marcus Smart. And that'll be up tomorrow, so Mom, you don't want to miss that. And just giving you my details here. Follow me on my Facebook at the Marcus Smart. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Marcus Smart. Follow me on Twitter at Marcus Smart. You can follow me on Instagram at Marcus Smart. Oh, Marcus_Smart. You can follow me on Snapchat at one word, Marcus Smart, or email me if you have any questions, comments, you want to say how much you like this show or how much you don't like this show. You can email me at marcussmart@thedunstals.com. One day, we might even get words to appear in different places, and you can like even read this stuff, but trust me, we're so not there yet. We're so not there yet. Anyways, see you tomorrow, folks. Have a good day.